Carney, similar setup, twin turbo, SRT10, Dodge Viper, new sponsor as Dean Carnage Carney. Love to see where he's at. The Hyper NFT, daily driven exotics, Dodge Viper, going against Dan Burkett. Dan Burkett, again, the Rad Industries Gear Wrench GT Radial Mark IV Toyota Supra. Always has some good looking cars. Dan Burkett looks like he qualified 13th. Dean Carney qualifying 20th. New Viper looks really good, and again, that Hyper NFT, it's all about hypercars, supercars, NFT in the meta, just going digital. I love it. It's cool. Again, just a new breed of technology, and some people don't understand it, but guess what? You know what you understand? Somebody's going to win. You got two amazing cars, high horsepower. Dan Burkett initiates. The GT radials go round. Nice job by Dan Burkett. Big angle. Ooh, looks like he kind of had a hiccup there. Threw a lot of angle out there. Look at that, massive. Kind of almost rotate. That's a hard act to follow.
Yes, it is. He threw a lot of angle at outside zone 1.
And that's going to just absolutely throw off Dean Carney.
For sure.
Again, you know, Dan Burkett progressed with this Mark IV Supra, and just kind of a new look, a new feel, always working on the Rad Industries. What's your assessment?
Well, let's look at this initiation first, Jared. See the cars getting the angles. Dean Carney's in decent proximity right here, but look at the way that Rad Dan gets over-angled there, looked like, and slowed down considerably. Dean Carney had nowhere to go in that situation, and that is an area of the track where momentum is so important. If you're in the chase position and the lead car slows down on you, as a chase car, you have nowhere to go. And that means that you're going to have to slow yourself down. The lead car is going to take off, and now you're kind of sitting there left hanging. And it looks like Dean Carney was left hanging in that situation. So the proximity is enough here that it's close enough that you could say that the lead car affected what's going on with the chase. It almost looked like he was going to spin in that area right there. So watch the cars. He comes around,
right here.
Big angle, a couple of little bobbles right there, and tries to get on throttle and carry through, but he just kind of left Dean hanging in the chase position. So Dean then doesn't have the momentum to get himself wide around number 2 and 3, and of course, as you get to 3, you can see Dan has huge angle there as well, and Dean Carney's just trying to play catch up at that point. So not ideal for Dean in the chase because of what happened in the lead. So personally, I would put it on the lead car, and I would say that the lead took away the opportunity for the chase there.
I would just metaphorically say it's kind of like driving to Long Beach with all the construction, a bit of a roadblock. That's what kind of Dan threw up, kind of a bit of a roadblock. Says, not roads closed, dog. You're not going to come through here. So unfortunately, you know, with Rad Dan's massive angle, I think that really did disrupt. So adding to your point, your elaboration.
Yep.
So now let's see what we get. Run 2, the second half of this battle. Dean Carnage Carney, that Hyper NFT Dodge Viper. Now coming into view of the fans here in the building in that first outside zone. Nice snappy transition by both drivers. And I believe Dan definitely knows he's got to step up. Nice job by Dean Carnage Carney. Look at Rad Dan now getting right tucked in. Looks like just barely nicking it. There wasn't a tire. And you talk about the driver's meeting. You can't hit that cone, but we're talking bumper. We're not talking tire. Don't put tread on it. Put a bumper on it.
Yeah,
put a bird
exactly
on it.
Right.
Portlandia.
So the other issue that we're going to run into here is Dean Carney went a little long in outside zone 3 and dropped the tire on that white line on the outside there. We're considering that an off course. So it'll be one tire off. It won't be a big deal, but it's just something to add to the mix. Looking at what Dean did otherwise, though, great initiation. The transition between 1 and 2 was phenomenal. So right there, you see him drop that tire. Not that big of a deal, really, in the overall side of things, but you can see that he was fast. He was committed in the lead. Watch his initiation here. Gets the car quickly to angle, accurately, gets back on throttle. As if you watch here, outside zone 1 was off a little bit, but then that transition was phenomenal to outside zone 2. You can see that Dan is right behind him, but he misses 3 altogether. The only thing that's going to save Dean here is if the other judges think that what happened in the lead position on the first run, where Dan kind of over-rotated and slowed down, if they feel that caused Carnage not to really have anywhere to go. So nice little wall tap there.
I'm going to point out again. So watch where the black. There's the black and the gray. When it switches from black to gray, the asphalt to the concrete, you see 2 white stripes. That's when you talk about a tire off. You want to stay within those 2 white stripes that are obviously slowly disappearing because of time. But it's right prior to from the black to the gray, go from outside zone 3 into that touch and go, and then bring into that final clip. That's what you talk about, a tire off. It's not obviously going off course. It's not inside clip. It's right before that touch and go. Slide him left for Burkett, right for Dean Carney. We've seen unanimous decisions, and there it is again, Dean Carnage Carney. So, Ryan, It's unanimous. We slide them all the way to the right. What justified that for you? Was it just, unfortunately, Dan's, let's call it what I call the roadblock? Was that the deciding factor?
That was really the deciding factor.
Lily? No, ma'am.